Hello guys, and welcome to episode 6 of my Napoleon Total War campaign, playing as Great Britain, going for world domination victory. Today we're going to have to finish off the French rebellion after defeating the army in the previous episode. It was an awesome battle, so make sure to go back and check it out if you haven't already. And also make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on if you've been enjoying the campaign so far. Let's get this battle underway. Duke of Wellington finishing them off. Shouldn't be too difficult, but we do need to play it out just to avoid unnecessary losses. There's been a couple things that I looked up since the last episode, and that was to do with fire by rank and also to do with how to use the light foot. Now somebody in the comments wrote about using light foot in front of your line infantry because they crouch. Now I didn't actually realise that was the case, so we'll give that a go. And the second thing was fire by rank doesn't exist in Napoleon Total War. You do get fire and advance, but apparently it's not that useful because the animations glitch out and stuff. So best bet is probably just to spread out the lines as much as possible to get as many guns on target. So that's what we're going to be more or less doing from now on. So let's decide a place that would be useful for those tactics. It's a shame that the line isn't slightly further forwards, otherwise we could use these hills at the front. But I think, in fact, I'm going to probably come back to the left here. I noticed this dip, and there's like a nice sort of level hill on this side that we might be able to use. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll bring one set of cannons over here, unlimber those, and I'll have one maybe here, just outside of the trees. I need a unit to go in the middle. That'll do. And then we'll have units either side. We'll still use our sort of slanted formation. I might do like 2-man lines because we still want kind of some mass on the front in case they charge. That's the only trouble with using thin lines in a case like this. If you get charged, you take way more damage. But either way, that'll do for now on the right hand side. Let's bring the rest over here so I can sort out what we've got. So the light foot, we'll put them into light infantry behaviour and I'll kind of spread them out in front of these guys in the centre. Actually, it might be best to do it on like the left or right hand side. And let's have the line here, and we'll do it there instead. Just because I don't want the cannons to be like clipping the side of this formation. And then we'll have the King's German Legion Foot on the far left, and the Fencibles, we'll just keep them at the back for now, and we can place them wherever we need to. I'm going to put these into the trees, and the Duke of Wellington can just spread out back here. Alright, let's start the battle. Okay, great. Yeah, we're going to use much thinner, longer formations. It hasn't been working out too bad so far, but this should reduce the amount of losses we take. Like, certain regiments will take more damage, but in total we'll take less because some regiments won't be engaged for most of the battle until we start sort of filling them in as reserves almost. That's basically the way it's going to work. Okay, where are their cannons? They are on the right hand side there. It looks like they're going to be shifting to the right, which is fine. And if they leave their cannons behind, I guess we could go and kill them. Oh, are they already firing at my cav? Oh, I think they're targeting the... Oh yeah, they're targeting the infantry there. And it's killing my cav behind. Because one of these isn't hidden. Okay. So let's have one of these cav units move to the right. We'll have the other one move to the left. Now they just fired their volley, we'll move her back over. And these can go hide in the trees over here. How bad would it be if a shot came in now and just destroyed that whole line of cav? It'd be awful. Already lost 4 men, which is not good. Oh wait, are they firing at my cav? Looks like they are. I think once they get into cover, they shouldn't fire at them anymore. Right, we can move into the left-hand side here as well. I'm going to have to keep these relatively spread out, actually. Let's see where they fire. Also, I just realised my cannons aren't in range of their line. Oh, they're limbering up. Go get them. Go get them, boys. That was a good hit. A lot of those cannon shots are coming very close to these cannons, so I'm going to avoid shooting my own cav by telling them to hit the far left unit on this line. Here we go. They are so dead. Get in there, boys. They have placed a bunch of stakes back here, but I don't think that's going to be too useful for them. Well, there we go. Job done. Let's move back over here. Probably good to just get away from behind their lines. I can keep firing the cannons where I want to. It may be best actually to target the unit which is their leader, the one on the far right here. I'm not sure why these are so messed up. Reform their lines.
Line infantry! Come on!
Right, and now we'll have the cannons fire at the line infantry there. I can always have my cav come in and charge them later on, but we'll get the normal engagements going first. It's nice because they're coming straight towards my cannons. We're going to get some really decent canister shot in. Yeah, thank you everyone for your comments. I do appreciate any and all help in the comments. It's very useful just to get me up to speed with this game again. I learned a lot in Empire, but I think there's still sort of niche things in this game that I'm still going to have to learn. Let's turn off fire at will, put on canister, turn fire at will back on again. Oh, change to canister, turn on fire at will. See, that cannon trick there is something that I learned in Empire to do. You can just switch them so they stop firing, but they are still on fire at will, so as soon as something comes into range of the canister, they'll just obliterate them. I'm interested to see how this turns out though. They are currently knelt down. Maybe it will work. I have faith. The only issue I see here is that they'll stop early to engage the Lightfoot, which could be a pain.
Line infantry! Yes, sir!
We'll see. I'm also going to just spread out this line fully. Well, there we go. There goes the Lightfoot. I think the Lightfoot have an extended range, which is nice. But is the line behind going to engage? Yeah, see, this is the thing that I was worried about. This line's not engaging yet.
Cannon ready, sir. Line infantry! Infantry reporting.
Saying that, now they are.
Line infantry!
And it doesn't look like there's any friendly fire, although as they shift across, maybe they're getting shot in the back of the head. Also, some of them are standing up to fire, which isn't too great.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Anyway, we've boxed them in, and we've done a ton of damage. Look at that smoke from all the guns. Beautiful. Oh, that unit side on to the canister. Nasty. Right, start running back over with our cav. I would have charged them in the back, but there's so many guns being fired that probably not the best idea right now. Okay, there we go. They're all running. Time to run them down, boys. Let's stop these firing. Stop. Okay. We'll have the Duke of Wellington run forwards and help us clean them up. Well, that completely tore them apart. That was very efficient. Let's have the Duke of Wellington go and kill this unit that's running off to the left, because the rest of them are rather concentrated at the moment. Right, why are they not doing that? Come on. Get on top of them. Run them down. Trying to find them all. There's only 2 men left. Let's go grab these guys, but we need to dodge the stakes. I guess we could attack those and have these guys come across and chase them down. That's fine. Alright, these 2 over here, that's just the 2 men, that's fine. Yeah, after we hit these, we will just end the battle. Great. And that's pretty much the rebellion dealt with. Assuming that does end them completely.
Undaunted,
72 lost. Very nice. Okay, we're probably going to want to move back towards France as far as we can, so that we can deal with this guy. And now we go into the lists. We do have our unit of line infantry. One thing I am tempted to do is almost try and bait this navy away from the port there. Like if I place William Cornwallis like just here in their range, maybe they'll come away from the port to attack him and I'll get my trade back. We do have obviously Nelson moving up. We'll have him raid trade this turn. That should help us out with income. Very good. We're actually on minus income before that, so that's pretty nasty. We did previously defeat the Spanish trade fleet here with our Indiamen, so may as well go down and claim that Cotton. And we'll move this one back up. Or we could move down. I think this Danish fleet is full of merchant men. So they're probably going to pop into one of these trade posts, which is kind of annoying. Not really much I can do about that. We won't be down there in time. No, what's... Oh, that's of course the line infantry. Thought that was a merchantman that had been built. Just thinking whether or not I want to send this Indiaman down the bottom. I think it might be a good idea. Rather than zooming up. And we'll have this one maybe come over to this area. And then send this one down as well. In the next turn. And have all our Indiamen on the bottom side near the Mediterranean where it's a lot more dangerous. And then on the top side here we can just have merchantmen. Because it's a lot safer. I think that makes sense. So we're not moving John Moore, although we might have to at some point because of this army.
At your service.
Let's go jump on in that army. We'll infiltrate them.
And listening.
Okay, looks like it's just going to be Fusiliers, militia, 8-pounder foot artillery. I mean, that's not actually too bad. If I had a few more line infantry there, we'd be okay. I'm not sure if it's worth building this 6-pounder horse artillery. Probably better just building more merchantmen or line infantry. I think I'm just going to go for more line infantry for now. We could actually grab a couple militia squads to send there. That's another thing we could do. I really don't like the militia though. Like the morale difference is massive. Like if we look at the Invincibles in here, they got 4 melee attack, 4 melee defense, and 7 morale. Whereas a line infantry has 7 melee attack, 10 melee defense, which is 6 more, and 3 more morale, and also the 15 extra accuracy. And you're only paying like, what, 400 more? Like, such a nice improvement. So I think we just go for standard line infantry and don't take the fencibles, although it is tempting to do so in this turn just because we have the spare cash to do so. Let's just go through the navies quick. Check that I've got everything in place. I think there's one I still need to move. There's that one. Actually, let's just check which would be the best to put him in. I think tobacco is the most expensive up here, is it? Tobacco, furs, cotton. Cotton's still 27 actually. So let's go into cotton. If we go back to that, yeah, it's going to go down a little bit, but overall, decent money. Let's see. How far did we get with that? I wish I could just click where I left off. I'm pretty sure I've missed one. In the port here. Oh, well, we already moved it. Never mind. Of course we did. Sorry, I had a bit of brain fade there. Let's see. Anything else to do? Nope. I think the gentlemen are all in position. 2 in Orléans, 1 in Oxford. Paris, unfortunately, still going to rebel. It's so annoying. Dealing with the public order here is just the worst. I guess there might be a technology we could get. Let's have a look. Any of these? We've already got bottling, canning, land drainage. I reckon it'd be under this or this. Poverty, oh, there we go. Repression in all regions. Very nice. Any others? No. What about here? +1 happiness in all regions. That's nice. The national propaganda. That's a mile away, though. If we were to start researching that now, it would take 114 turns. That's nuts. Okay. I need to upgrade these colleges at some point to classical universities so that we do research things quicker. But either way, I think that's everything done. Let's move on to the next turn after. Sorry. I recruit another merchantman. Oh, we're just short. We're just short. Look at that. I thought I had enough, but we don't. Maybe I could have done it London, but we are under blockade there, so it wouldn't matter. Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping that France would try and take on William Cornwallis, take the bait. They didn't. Because what would have happened is I could have just, like, retreated from that. And they would like a military alliance for improved coppering. Being allied with Prussia is probably not a bad idea, if I'm completely honest. And improved coppering is just the minus upkeep for Navy, right? So, I mean, that's fine. Have it. I'm happy with that. Only makes us stronger. They've joined the coalition. So, yeah, we're now allied with Austria, Prussia. I think that's it, though. Workers on strike and letters of demand. Does that mean next time we're going to get another rebellion? You're kidding. I guess that could happen. In theory. Oh, also, we're going to have to try and save some money, actually. For Nelson, of course. Because otherwise we won't have enough money to repair. I really shouldn't spend my money, like, even on the line infantry in Paris. It's going to cost a lot. 2,655 we need. How much are we making this turn? 444? Oof. Alright, let's just move up and raid the trade further up with Nelson. And we're going to have to move this down. How much is that making currently? 500. I'm just curious to see if it makes any difference if we have merchantmen or Indiamen. I don't think it does. No, 500. It's the same. Okay. Oh, this guy, can he get in there in one turn? Oh, that's a shame. Be cool if he could. But if cotton is still the highest, I think it is in these regions. And I may as well just head towards the closest one for each of these merchantmen. Alright, so those are the 3 that were built this turn.
Where to, Captain?
Alright, let's grab the Duke of Wellington. I guess we should take out this army. We probably can. So let's attack Jean-André Massena.
Slaughter them!
And this will be actually a relatively even battle, which is quite nice. Cool. Let's jump on in. Now it pulls us further away from Paris, and they were building up in Brussels, so I'm a little bit worried about Paris being attacked while we're not there. But after we defeat this army, hopefully we just destroy it in one turn, and then we can go back to Paris, build up with our other force, maybe send some troops to help out at Rennes, although the army on the left side, actually, like on the west coast of France, went down again. This is actually like a very nice flat map, for once. I like it. Okay, let's bring the artillery back.
Cannon ready, sir.
Not sure what artillery they have. 8-pounder. I wonder if we outrange them. I am curious. But we'll just, yeah, stay at the back here. That's fine. And maybe I should do 2 sets of line infantry in the center.
Following orders. Yes, sir.
One like so, and one like so. I think that's fine. And we can just have one of these spread out on the right hand side, one of these on the left hand side. Have my light foot.
Yes, sir.
Oh, actually, maybe we could do just like a flat line in the middle, like so, with the light foot in front of them. Spread out as much as possible. Let's see. Put these like so.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my cav though. That's one problem here. Because it is so flat,
Infantry. Yes, sir.
it's a bit awkward
Line
for
infantry.
cav, because they have nowhere to hide versus cannons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just doing this so that I can use the fencibles to cover our flanks, and also the
Yes, sir.
Legion foot.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Sir.
These can spread out as much as possible just in case the cannons come flying towards them, and then we'll have,
General staff, sir.
I don't know, we'll just spread out in the middle for now. This is really scary. I don't know where the cannons are going to fly. We're not in range of them, so they're not going to be in range of us. Which may be a good thing. If they leave their cannons behind, then we can just wreck them. It's quick. They are moving towards us, which is nice. I don't think I can really take out the cannons just yet. If I charge towards them now, all that's going to happen is they're just going to turn around and shoot my cav, so we're not going to do it yet. I can try and general snipe because they have a general staff. Something we could do. I could maybe cannon snipe to begin with. Wait, are they unloading there? Okay, interesting. Well, hopefully they sort of continue towards us. And then I can have my cav move around the side. Or have them come through the town. That's not a bad idea. Let's run over there. Right, every unit except from the cavalry is going to go into a group formation just in case I need to shift the line to face them. Although so far it's not too bad. Time for the cannons though to general snipe. I always feel so scummy doing it, but it's got to be done. That's a Napoleon special, that is. I don't know why it just wasn't a thing so much in Empire, but in Napoleon, general sniping, especially in multiplayer, 100% a thing. Every time. You just have to find a nice nook and cranny to put your general in so he didn't die during the battle. The thing is, if you don't have one, you took like massive morale penalty versus your enemy, so it was like a must-have, but at the same time, always died. Anyway. Oh, that's a lot of the general staff killed there. I think we could probably just charge towards them now. I'm just hoping that they don't like randomly turn and start shooting my cav. How have we not killed him yet? Normally artillery is like snipers when it comes to hitting generals. They are going straight into the middle of my lines. I love it. Here comes the cav. Please hit them before they reload. Otherwise you're going to die. Oh, are they limbering up? Okay. We'll let them limber up first. Then they'll be easier to kill. That's hilarious.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur.
Wonderful. There we go. All dead. That's hilarious. Silly AI. Normally the AI is pretty proficient, honestly. They are always proficient generally with their line infantry. But when you form formations like this, you can very much break them down. Especially if they sort of bring their line right into our kill zone, which is basically all this section in the middle here. So all of these guns are going to be firing. And then we can just have the ones on the flank come round if they get close. My cav will just have sit in the town. We don't actually need to run with them. That's fine. But their general, he's surviving. Maybe it's just because of the trees. I'm guessing it's the trees. Probably the main reason he's still alive. I think they can stop the cannon rounds. As soon as they get close enough though, I'll stop focusing on the general and we'll just go for the canister shot as usual. I'm just hoping to kill him before that. Damn. We've killed so much of the general staff. We have not killed the actual general himself.
Yes, sir. Artillery reporting.
Alright, that's the last volley, guys.
Line infantry. Infantry reporting. Infantry. Line ready, sir.
I'm not a fan of this engagement on the left.
Infantry. Line infantry. General staff. Order.
Right, let's go get my cav to run round. I think I might have my cav kind of try and take out the general one, so. Maybe shoot across to the grenadiers. I think that's probably a better shout. Yeah, so sometimes this light foot thing works, but most of the time, maybe it's just because we had them too far away, but the second line doesn't often attack soon enough, or as soon as I would like them to. The general's running currently, so we'll go charge him. I think the cannons actually hit my cav there.
Cannon ready, sir.
Wow, this unit got demolished. Nasty. I don't think these guys are really helping too much right now. I'll use the defensibles to take on that Fusilier unit. Alright, well, it looks like the general's going to get away.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
Is he though?
Battery reporting.
Alright, we're going to draw these back. Make them play our game. Now, this unit's a goner.
Yes, sir. 9-pounder ready.
Right, we really want to just like finish off these units behind. Ooh, those cannon shots are perfect.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Wait, what is this formation? The cross formation! They love shooting my cav, I'll tell you that much. Wow, why are they turning around like that? Their backs to my cannons. Jesus. Balls of steel, guys. Right, I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Yeah, my light foot in this battle took so much damage. If they could spread out more, then it would be better. Like, for sure. They just can't. Alright, well, we win. Bit of an interesting battle. I think we had our lines set up okay, but we did take quite a lot of damage.
General staff.
Right, cannons need to stop firing. Just in case of any friendly fire. I just try and do as much damage to them as possible so I don't have to attack the army again. Only 8 Fusiliers and that unit that's on the far side. Maybe we could go kill them anyway. This unit might get away. Suck. Make sure the grenadiers are dead. We'll speed things up. Just to get this done sooner than later. And that should be those units dead. Go clean up this one. 35 men in that one. Not for long. Oh, they just got demolished. Okay, cool. That'll do. Close victory. So, 291 lost. Wouldn't exactly call that close. And nice. Okay, that was a one-shot kill. Like it. I will head back up towards Paris. And yeah. It's all good. One thing I do miss from the more recent Total War games is post-battle loot. Because normally after a battle like that you get like 1,000 cash or something like that. In this case we get nothing. It's really sad. Alright. Well, good old Michael Stahl here He does have a relatively nice army. I reckon he could take Brussels if we wanted him to. Even though they would have a full stack with some armed militia and stuff. But I don't think I'm going to risk it. Mainly for the reason that there's probably still that... Well, there is that big stack in the Batavian Republic. So, yeah. We'll leave it as it is. Let's just go through our navies again. Just double check this. Maybe I can move him a little closer. Actually, no, I don't want to risk losing him. I'll just leave him where he is. Maybe they'll decide to attack him this turn. Alright. I think there's also a chance that we could be able to win this battle. Like, I reckon if I played this out perfectly, we could probably beat Villeneuve with the blockaded fleet, but I don't want to risk it. Because again, if we lose, we'd lose like 5 ships that take 5 turns to build each. Which is really rough. We'll just wait until Nelson's fixed up. No rush really in this game. France is being a bit of a pain in the ass, like just constantly building troops, but once we get the French fleet dealt with, we get our trade back, we get loads of money, and then we can build up an army that's strong enough to just attack everywhere we want. The start of a campaign in any Total War is always the hardest part. And right now, I wouldn't say we've necessarily had any difficulties, it's just obviously the way the campaign works. And yeah, Denmark did go and take the trade, so that's something to think about. Alright, list of demands. And workers riot, they destroyed the market. But they didn't rebel. Interesting. Ooh, if we exempt them from tax now, they're actually placated, which is nice, but obviously we can't do that because we need money. Right, what's happening here? Well, hello, Napoleon. Our agent is chilling there right now. It's all good. Ah, that's a shame. Are we not in range to reach Portsmouth? We're just 1 turn short. Oh, it's so annoying. I don't think it really makes a difference if we go into Bristol. It's still going to be 2 turns to get there anyway. Damn. Now I'm kind of wishing that I didn't remove the dock here at Brest. That's rough. Well, they're saying that we're not going to be able to repair everything this turn anyway because we don't have enough money. So, I guess we just keep raiding for another turn. We'll join William Cornwallis. So let's just move up a little bit. And we'll use William Cornwallis to get this infantry across the channel.
Set sail. Men, forward, put to sea.
There we go.
Officer on deck.
Ah, oh, bollocks. Did they not get off? That's so stupid.
Under sail.
I thought they would automatically get off.
Officer,
It's annoying. Okay, well we can just drop them off next turn. Oh well. So, Duke of Wellington, where are you gonna go? We could in fact go down and kill Napoleon. But there is a Spanish navy building, not navy, army building up down here. Not sure what they plan to do with that.
yes, my lord.
Let's go back up to Paris. Just in case the rebellion pops again.
Road and country.
We're not going to be able to get into Paris. So, yeah, not placating them this turn. We need to save our cash, so let's avoid spending any money. And, yeah, that's it. That's all we can do for army. Get them into the fleet there. Both of these need to head down. We'll have one go for the T. And this one can probably join on the Ivory. Get that one in there. That one can also go in. So our trade should actually be going up quite a bit, honestly. We go from the bottom up. I think that's just the best way to do it. That always picks up the most recently built units. Now up to 469. I really need to get rid of this French fleet, for God's sake. Maybe,
Aye, sir.
just maybe, in the next turn, we could just attack them anyway. Without repairing. Pretty risky.
Ready.
Because some of these ships are little, they don't have many guns at all.
Yes, my lord.
But we would overwhelm them. Especially with the fleet in dock. Maybe they'll move away because we have the other fleet close. Who knows? We'll see. If they attack me there, I'll just retreat. Then we'll go into Portsmouth and fix up. Or into Bristol if we have to. So saving the cash. Spy's chilling in Bordeaux. Let's end the turn. I think our spy can go for a assassination. But I don't think it's worth it. I'm pretty sure Napoleon is pretty much like immune to assassination in this campaign. If I remember correctly. I think I also read in one of your comments that you guys tried. Oh, would you look at that, guys? It's another rebellion.
Your Majesty.
How many times do we have to kill this rebellion? My. At least we have roads constructed, that's great. Our Admiral George Elphinstone has plus 2% movement range for ships on the campaign map. Wonderful. Yeah, if we take Horatio Nelson and attack Charles Villeneuve this turn, then we would get back all our money, which would be great.
Yes, my lord.
But is it worth the risk? That is the question.
Aye, sir.
I really don't think so. Because I want to obviously rule the seas after this.
On deck. Set sail. Jump to it and look lively.
So let's get them into port.
On our way, Captain.
Fix them up. I might have to leave these two here. The 74 gun and the 32 gun. The rest of them can smash into Villeneuve's fleet with the backup there. That's fine. Because we'll have 2 second rates with 98 guns. Horatio Nelson's 122. The 74 gun. And I'm pretty sure that's better than most of Villeneuve's fleet anyway. So, all good. The other 74 gun can be fixed up another day. Right, we've got to get through Paris. I can't actually get through here
Immediately.
because we need to swap out some men. Let's see, we want to put in, obviously Nelson, both the cannons. Can we not select more than one? Great. And maybe another unit of cav. The rest of them are all damaged. We'll let them
Any
replenish.
further orders?
And this can be the army we take to attack the next rebellion. What number is this? The 3rd rebellion of Paris? Oh dear. Well, at least it's giving us a lot of good army practice. But yeah. Unfortunately, guys, it's been my time. So we'll leave it here. I'll just move these into their positions to get us a little bit more money. Not sure it's going to make too much of a difference though. Once this blockade's gone, oh boy, we're going to be swimming in money. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.